Okay, the car behind is starting to run low on fuel, so try to pull away but without taking too many risks.
Evening, everybody who's joining us in the stream. Welcome back to another edition of Rtg Mondays. And tonight we are going to COTA, Circuit of the Americas. Cannot wait to get going this week. It's been a very, very exciting season so far. McLaren have utterly dominated it, so I'm sure a few of the other drivers are looking to overturn that. So we have a couple of new guys racing this evening as well, so it'll be really good to keep an eye on them and see how they get on. But we are ready to go and loading in to the circuit. It is going to be a dry race, I believe. It's set to be dry this evening, so no risk of rain at any point. As we wait for everyone to load into qualify, let's just quickly check up and remind ourselves of the standings. We have Ginge in the McLaren. He's taken 2 wins out of 3 in the opening 3 rounds, and he is definitely on course to sealing a championship victory, but we've got a long way to go. Yeah, he leads the way, 76 points. Teammate Chuckle not far behind, podium in all 3 rounds. Consistency paid off. He is in second with 67 points, and third place with 64 points. We have Chuck Brothers, his brother as well. Paul Jones, Aki Prof, AJ Baker, Lee Craig, Bugatti Sloven, and Tiedemann all chasing hot on the heels in the top 10. Like I say, a few new faces this evening. They could throw a bit of a spanner in the works, and it'd be interesting to see how we all get on as everyone chooses their tyre allocation. They want to go soft, balanced, or hard at range. Depends how many sets of mediums and hards they want and how many softs they want. Which is going to be the best strategy this evening, I wonder. And we'll find out very, very shortly indeed. We just wait for Prof to select his tyres, and we will be getting going very shortly indeed, no doubt. If you are joining in for the stream, do feel free to drop a comment down below. Pop in your opinion, who's going to win. Any predictions for the race? Who are you supporting even? And who would you like to see a little bit of airtime on as well? And we will try and follow them for you. Still waiting for Prof to load in. It's very slow internet. Keeping him going as always. And here we go, into qualifying we go. It does look a little bit overcast, I must be honest. A few clouds in the sky. As we load everything up, ready to go. Who's going to be the first out there? Looks like it could possibly be a Williams first out there. Got a few others. Chuck's coming out. Cameron Poulter's coming out. There's Mercedes coming out as well. Not sure who that was. Danny joined, so it looks like he timed out possibly. Disappeared. Let's see, everyone getting ready. We've got De Vries F1. That is a terrible pronunciation, so again, apologise for mispronouncing your name. I was going to call you Sheet, if you don't mind. Sometimes PSNs are very difficult to pronounce. This is a very unusual one. Talk about unusual ones. There's an unusual line followed on his outlap there, but doesn't really matter being an outlap, so no great loss really at the end of the day. So we've got Cameron Poulter, he'll be one to watch in the Ferrari. We've got a lot of pace in him recently, so he'll be a good one to watch. Codes are a very difficult track, especially if you don't run any assist. It is quite difficult. There's a lot of bumpy braking zones that you can lock up with. A lot of low speed traction zones as well. A very, very technical track. First sector is all about fast flowing hairpins, a bit like Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone. It's all about the downforce, getting that front turned in. Very easy to overheat the tyres. Second sector, pretty much about the straight line speed, and third sector is the tight, twisty, technical sector. Lots of slow speed corners, lots of hairpins, lots of medium speed corners. Very, very difficult, and all sorts of acute angles as well. You see quite a lot of people going out on a lap now. He's going to be, we are going to watch Sheet, the new driver in the Mercedes, as he crosses the line and starts his flying lap. Let's see what he can manage now. Goes up the hill, bumpy braking zone. McLaren slots in behind him on his outlap. So running out wide, don't take too much curve, very easy to lose it under traction then. And then through this fast flow in sector 1. Keep it absolutely pinned all the way up into the left-hander if you can. And through it, obviously going to be purple. He's the only person to set a lap so far. And it just slows down, corners get tighter and tighter, and you just got to judge it more and more. Then a flat out run down here into a hairpin. Pick out your braking point. Don't want to go too late, don't want to go too early, otherwise you will cost yourself time all the way down this main straight. And this is going to be your main overtaking opportunity come the race. DRS wide open. It's a long straight indeed. And once again, pick out your braking point into not quite a hairpin, not quite a 90 degree. It's sort of somewhere in the middle. Bit of an awkward one. You can take a lot of curb on the inside, and yes, keep up the bumpy. That is brilliant, as we watch Sheet do a well, I'm not sure it was meant to be a 360, but ended up with him in the wall. That was a bit of a shame. Well, his teammate Prodigy has invalidated, unfortunately. Let's jump back with Cameron Poulter, who we jump back on board with as we spin. So the commentators' cares well enforced this evening. Nice to see. Let's see, who else have we got to cross the line as well? We're going to Bugatti Sloven. We're just running on board with as he heads down the main straight. I think we have a couple further up. Sheet is still having a few issues trying to get his car going in the right direction. He's heading into the pits. We are going to ride on board with Lee Craig, as I think he's going to cross the line on his first flying lap in the Red Bull. Neat and tidy through the last corner. What's he going to set? It's a 134.2. That's not a bad lap to see us going, and somebody was going, and that's Paul Jones, who has gone round. Not a good start for him in this qualifying session, but I'm sure he will be looking to make amends. We've also got Royal Rumble coming through the last corner in the Alfa Romeo. See what he can manage. He sets himself up to third position. Not a bad lap indeed. Going to ride on board Tiedemann now in the Haas. What's he going to manage? Very awkward corner, that last corner. Got to get it turned in early. If you want to turn in, he just slots in behind his Haas teammate into second and third. Track Brothers as well. Let's have a jump down with the current championship leader, Ginge. Won the opening 2 rounds out of 2. Unfortunately, he didn't make it 3 from 3, but he got a nice 4th place in Imola. Wasn't his strongest track, but points being prizes, and that's certainly what he did. We do see Chuckle, his teammate, who is second in the championship, 33.7, so he's laying down the gauntlet now. I'm sure Ginge is well aware of that. However, he has gone purple in the second sector, so looking on course possibly to better his teammate. Can he make it stick and hold it together in the start sector? Flat out right-hander, very, very difficult to keep in a straight line. Second last corner now, coming down into the last corner, get it through. Still got his Christmas pudding helmet. Can he beat his teammate? No, he doesn't, but I tell you what, that is incredibly close between the two of them. Wow. That is setting us up for a very good qualifying session indeed. And very close on the opening salvo as we see Prof getting a little bit of a squirrel on. Down onto the main straight now. So we've got Danny coming not far behind, loses the back end a little bit, but he's managed to get hold of it. Who we had was that Prodigy, I think, had a little bit of a mishap. That was his teammate sheet. I couldn't see, it was one of the Mercedes getting a little bit out of shape in the middle sector. Just where Prof is now, gets it swung in for that hairpin. Try and keep as much minimum apex speed as you possibly can. So Williams getting out of the way very nicely indeed. Throws it into left-hander, completely blind turn-in point. Cannot see the apex as you turn the car in, so it's a little bit of guesswork when you're getting the car in, using a lot of curb. And up to 30 goes. That's a very solid lap time there from Prof. He does go purple in the last sector as well, so I'm sure he's very happy with that attempt. Let's keep an eye on Danny in the Alpine. Hasn't said a lap yet. What can he manage? Goes up to 9th place. Good solid lap there for Danny. Sheet still hasn't managed to lap. He has invalidated on his next go. Paul has come back out for another attempt. Who else have we got? Prodigy invalidated. Paul Jones on that lap. Cameron might well be on a lap, so he did spin, remember, in his earlier attempt, so let's keep an eye on him. Hopefully he's just looking to get a nice banker in now. Taking a little bit of curb, but not as much as you can get away with. He does go purple in the middle sector there, so perhaps running a little less downforce, trimmed out a little bit maybe. It's a good line through the hairpin, really focusing on the exit. Try and get as much speed because you carry it all the way in round this flat out right-hander because you do not lift off the throttle at all. Oh, running very close and possibly over track limits there, but the game allowed it, so away he goes up to the line. What's he going to set? He is going to go third at 33.8, so got a purple last sector as well to boot, so it's a nice little recovery there. In the pit sheet going for a lap once again, and I think we're going to ride on board with the AlphaTauri of Paul Jones Jr. See what he can manage. Obviously he had a little spin on his first effort up the bumpy as Aki calls it, into turn one. Get the car slowed down round on the power as early as you can. Down into this first sector, keep it absolutely flat. He's got a Williams that is sat right in his way, and that is Paul's lap completely and utterly ruined, and I'm not sure who that was. Was that John? I think it was John. Yes, it was John. So Paul very, very unhappy, no doubt, about that, and I can't say I blame him. A little bit of lack of awareness there, easily done. Unfortunately, it can cost you. Let Lee go through. First sector is absolutely flat as you can. That's a good line through there. Getting the car hooked into the apex very nicely indeed. Purple to the first sector. That's what he'll be liking to see. That'll give him a bit of confidence. Keep on pushing for the rest of this lap. This is very neat and tidy so far from the Red Bull driver. Yeah, again neat and tidy. Got on the power line nicely. Coming out the hairpin. DRS wide open. Keep the right hand side, hug the shortest line. all the way down. Where's your braking point going to be? How much curb are you going to take on the left-hand side? Let's see how brave he is. He is going to take a fair bit, as you can get away with. Get on the power nice and early. Again, purple to the middle sector, and he is 4 tenths up, so he is on course. He just needs an extra tenth in this last sector, and that'll see him on provisional pole. Let's see how much time he's got in him. Here's an AlphaTauri up ahead, but I don't think it's going to affect him. Throws the car into the left. That's it. Running the car out wide as you possibly can. One more corner to go. And up to the line. What's he going to set? It's going to be a 1:33.598. That's a very good lap indeed. And a good tenth and a bit clear of both the McLarens who currently are on the lap. Chuckle, here we go. Complete the first sector. He was up a little bit, I think I saw on the Delta. And there we go, into that long straight. DRS open. And he goes. You'll be looking to snatch back that provisional pole. Lee has taken it in the Red Bull currently. Big bump over the curb. Throws it into the right-hander. On the power as early as he can. Very difficult traction zones these. Again, swinging it out wide, trying to focus on the exit as much as he can through the hairpin. Two more corners to go. Running right up to the white line, is using as much track as he possibly can. Over the line he goes. What's it going to be? A 1:33.575, and it's only just beaten Lee Craig, but it has beaten him nonetheless. And I'll tell you what, Chuck has managed to spin it in the background, I think we saw, in starting a lap, so that's going to hinder him somewhat. He also has a AlphaTauri up ahead of him, which I believe is a nice job, who has gone into 5th place. That's a very good lap indeed. We're going to watch with Ginge because he is improving on his lap by the looks of it. Across the line he goes, pole. 1:33.466. That's a great lap indeed. So we've got Tommy, new driver in the Ferrari. Currently sat in 8th place, so a very respectable job by him. He's only a few thousandths behind AJ Baker as well. So we'll be looking to try and climb up the pecking order a little bit. We've still got a few drivers not set a lap sheet. Still getting invalidations and not having much luck. We've also got GFO Salismarazas. That was a great pronunciation. You're welcome. He is yet to come out as far as I can see. I haven't actually seen him out on track. Paul is looking to do an out lap. So here we are wanting to try and get his final run in. A bit of chaos going on down here. I'm not sure if anyone is in particular on a lap. No, Prodigy isn't. She is going onto a lap. Hopefully he can manage something. Also Bugatti Sloven, he is. I think he's just come off of a lap person. Watch, who else have we got? Ginger's coming in on an out lap. Prof is on an out lap. I think we'll run back with Paul Jones because he's about to start another flyer. Looks like he's going to have a clear run at it this time. No traffic likely to be in the way. And this is his chance to get a time on the board. But he's on the back foot. He's not got that banker run in, so how hard can he push? Because he doesn't want to invalidate, and it's an easy track to invalidate on. Very nice line in through the first sector. Gets the car turned in beautifully. On the power early as he can, and that is an invalidation from the AlphaTauri driver, and things just not going his way this evening. I'm sure he's going to be fuming with himself right now. Prof on a lap though. And I gotta say, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm gonna rate Cross helmet a 10 out of 10, I reckon. That is a beautiful design. Loving the colours on that, and really matching that Aston Martin very well indeed. I am a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of your helmet, Prof. Moving on, back to the lap. In down the back straight he goes. Looking like he's on for a good time. Good result that'll be for Prof, 6th place. He's currently sitting in P5 in the standings, I believe, off the top of my head. So he's looking to score some solid points, having a very solid season so far in that Aston Martin. Throws the car into the left hand. A little bit of desyncing going on. Internet not the greatest. David Benson has retired from the session. Not sure if that was on track or if it was in the pits. But either way, he will be taking no further part in this session. Into the last corner. On the power. See what Prof can manage. Can he improve? No, he cannot. He stays 5th. And what else we got? Cameron is going slowly, so he's not on a lap at the moment. I'm not sure where Danny is going, but that is definitely not a lap. Quite an interesting line, I must say. GFO has retired from the pit lane. Again, not sure. I haven't actually seen him come out for a lap at this point, so not sure what is going on. I think Paul is back on a lap once again. Getting a bit of a tow from his teammate down the back straight. I'm sure he'll be very glad of that. Hopefully his teammate didn't get in the way in the first sector, but gained the benefit of the tow. And I think his battery light is flashing on the back. I don't think he's going for a push lap, so see what we got. Ginge isn't on a lap. He's about to go on to a lap. Oh. And it was 2 minutes 2. Chuckle also about to go on to a lap. So let's ride on board with these two, because this is where the championship battle is currently. In through sector 1. Let's see what Ginge can manage. Very, very fast section indeed. Through there, getting all the apexes just about right, just clipping that one. That's exactly what he wants to see. Getting the car swung back to the left once again, and in he goes. No delta on the sector times, neither with Chuckle, so not sure where we're looking, if we're ahead or not. We've also got Lee on the lap. Cameron Poulter goes quickest, 33.413. That's a good lap from him right at the end. The countdown has finished, so if you're not on a lap now, that will be it. Let's see. I don't think Paul's on a lap, you know. Ginger's a minute amount up. Chuckle is half a tenth up. He needs a little bit more in that last sector if he's going to go any quicker. Lee Craig, I don't think is on a lap, but we'll have a look. Is he going to finish the lap? Certainly is going to finish the lap. But no, it isn't going to be an improvement. Ginger's going to find right on the final corner. Can he improve? Can he take back that pole position? He certainly can. Certainly at the moment. Is Chuckle going to knock him off the perch? Across the line, he can't do it. He cannot improve on that final sector. So he's obviously lost a bit of time. Ginger snatches it at the last minute. Who else have we got? We got Noise Job on a lap. He comes across the line. Is he going to do a nice job, mate? He certainly does. Up to P5. He goes. Prof gets knocked down to 9th. I think Tommy finishes the lap, jumps up to 7th. So it's a good result for the Ferraris. And I think that is everybody, because Paul is in the pits. That is everybody. And there you have it. Another pole position for Ginge. He's really looking like the favourite for this championship at the moment. Long way to go yet, though. But can anybody stop him? It's McLaren domination in RTG Mondays so far. They are whooping everyone in the constructors, and a 1-3 on the grid for Kota. They're looking pretty strong for this race as well. That was a very good qualifying indeed, and please change your helmet. It is not Christmas anymore. We cannot deal with a Christmas pudding. There you have it, confirmation. Very close in the end. Ginge 133.316. And Cameron Poulter not far behind, 0.097. Chuckle Brothers not too far off, 2.258. Also Lee Craig, I'm sure he'll be happy with a P4, but not a long way off that lead. Nice job, mate. Gets his debut on Mondays into P5. Chuck Brothers in 6th, Tommy in 7th, AJ 8th, Prof 9th, and Royal Rumble 10th. And yes, Aki Paul has gone to bits without his teammate. He's sure he's going to be livid with himself there. He is a helmet. What, Ginge? Or Paul? Don't know, but I did go live on the stream earlier saying I was a big fan of Prof's helmet, so I have a feeling that one's going to come back on me. Sure, knowing Chuckle, he's going to copy or screenshot that and post it forever. Ginge is a helmet. Yes. He's a helmet, but he is a helmet that's currently leading the standings, so it is working for him. As we get ready for the race. Crowd going absolutely wild there. That's what you love to see. Look at them, they're so happy, so excited. They're all punching the air in, well, the same pattern over and over again. It's brilliant. Just things you love to see. Just wait for everyone to choose their strategies, choose their fueling mixture. What's Kota like on fuel? Is it heavy on fuel? Is it light on fuel? I guess we will we'll have to find out as the countdown timer starts. We are getting ready to go. I'm excited for this one. Who's going to get the best start? It's a difficult run. It's going to be a wide open braking zone into turn 1, so it's going to invite a lot of people to send one either at the inside or come around the outside. And if you lose it on the curbs on the exit and the entry, actually, easy to lose control of the car. Aki must be looking at Prof's helmet. Definitely, it is a very nice helmet. I'm gonna try and jump on board with Prof. I mean, look at that, the colouring on that's just beautiful. I think that is a very, very nice design. Fits in with his Aston Martin properly. Maybe we should do a rate my helmet on the way to the grid. What have we got from Ginge? I mean, that's got to be a 0 out of 10. Maybe a week ago it'd have been a 10 out of 10, but Christmas is gone. Cameron Poulter, what are we giving him? I quite like that. Goes with the Ferrari. He's matched it very well. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 on that one. Chuckle's got the same design. Purple does contrast the McLaren, but I think I'm going to give him the same, a 7 out of 10. I do like the purple and the blue. Lee Craig, well, I think we're going to give you, what, a 1? He's got stripes on it, but he's put them the same colour as the rest of the helmet. Nice job, mate. Is that the Russian flag? I think that's questionable. I don't think we can rate that. Chuck, I mean, it's going downhill here. It's not my choice of helmet, that one, pink. What do we got with Tommy? Good colouring. I do like the green. Oh, we do actually watch Tommy go round. Doing a little 360, warming up his rear tyres, is what you like to see. AJ has the fish helmet. Don't get the fish helmet, honestly. Royal Rumble. Again, good colouring on that. There's a lot of nice colours going. Danny's got a very Fernando-esque helmet, which again goes with the Alpine. Tiedemann, yeah. Bit plain. Same with Bugatti. John's got a bit of a plain one. Same with Prodigy. And Paul, who's nearly losing the back end. He's got a very vibrant helmet. It's a bit different. Benson again, a bit plain, and moving on. Let's get back to the line. Yes, I am rating helmets, Aki. Love rating people's helmets. Please drop down in the chat who was your favourite helmet, or who had the best helmet of anyone. I'm not sure this is a conversation we should be having as we get ready to go racing once again. Yeah, I'm definitely going to stop. We need to concentrate on the race here. There's quite a few a couple of disqualifications. Only Lee and Benson. And we're waiting for those red lights to come on. We got 1 red light. We got 2 red lights. 3 red lights, 4, 5, and away we go. We are racing in the circuit of the Americas. I can't get a good camera angle to see who's got the lead. It looks like a good start from Cameron Poulter. The McLarens are side by side as well. Neustrom has made up a position. He is up into 4th place. We've got quite a few changes in positions further down. Neustrom has fighting up into 3rd place. He's made a brilliant start in the AlphaTauri. Chuckle down 1. Tommy's had a good start as well, up a couple of places. Lee is dropped back a little bit, and everyone else pretty much getting away fairly well indeed. Prof has left the session. Looks like he's disconnected. Paul has had a lightning start up into 11th place. I'm sure he's going to be very happy with that after what was an abysmal qualifying session. And away we go. That was a very clean start, and didn't look like there was any contact, any issues in that first corner. Prodigy is dropping down the order. Also, Paul's lost a position. Him and Chuck going side by side now. Who's going to be the last of the late breakers? You got Chuck on the inside. Paul's getting boxed in a little bit as well. Chuck goes down the inside of Danny. Makes a move there. Danny's going to have a move back up the inside, going into the right hander. Still side by side. Paul's going to try and take advantage of this. It's 3 wide going into the hairpin, and that is not a place you want to go side by side into, let alone 3 wide. And it's costing them all a lot of time. Paul comes out on top though. Danny is holding on to 9th. Royal Rumble has gone round. Royal Rumble is tumbling down the order. And that is very unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver even. And what a brilliant open, and that Cameron Poulter is checking out at front. He is nearly a second ahead of Gingy, struggling to keep pace at the moment. Sheet and David Benson going side by side. You've also got GFO and Prodigy side by side. Going into turn 1, there is a Haas that spun, and that is Tiedemann as well, has gone rocketing down the order. And I don't know where to look. There is drama everywhere, as we always get on Rtg Mondays. It's absolutely brilliant watching. Brilliant racing from everyone involved. Looks like hopefully now we're going to settle down a little bit. There is a bit of a gap, Paul to Danny, after all of that scare machine. Hopefully Paul can catch back up, get into DRS range, get on the back of the queue. Royal Rumble is the first person to get a time penalty, as it looks like Tiedemann trying to make a move all over the back of the Alfa Romeo. But let's jump back into the lead. Cameron Poulter, a great start from him, commands the lead and is holding it a nice steady 8 tenths, 9 tenths even to Ginge. He does seem to be struggling in that middle sector somewhat. Ginge right where he needs to be, up in the points, ahead of his championship rivals. Chuck is out. What has happened to Chuck Brothers? He has gone out of this race. We missed what happened, but it looks like he's had a bit of a crash, and he has DNF'd. His car's still driving. I am not sure what has happened there. We will have to see. He has left the session. No safety car, no VSC. There's also Tiedemann has had a little bit of a moment as well. But it looks like Chuck is out of this race and will be taking no further part. Nice job, mate. Brilliant start by him, up into up 2 positions onto the podium. He is making his debut with Rtg Mondays. He was racing last night with the Sunday tier. Did a very good job getting a very solid podium thanks to a late safety car. So he's got the pace and he is holding it with these top boys, mixing it in. I'm sure Paul's going to be very happy to have a teammate that is capable of scoring podiums and even possibly a win if he can. See Paul turn that. Let's check in with tyres, because we haven't actually seen the tyres. AJ and Paul actually on the hard tyres. It's an interesting choice. Pretty much everyone else on the mediums. You've looked at Royal Rumble getting past David Benson there, further back, but we will jump back up towards with the leaders, because Ginger's actually getting very, very close to the back of Cameron here. He was struggling to stay within a second of him at this point on the previous laps, but he's now managed to find a little bit of pace in that middle sector, and Cameron has lost the position to him there as well, and running a bit wide. Is he going to lose any more positions? No, I think he's got second covered. But Ginge takes the lead and sets fastest lap at the same time. And there was a bit of a mistake there by Cameron. We also have Prodigy in the Mercedes, who has had a bit of a spin as well. Cameron going to be kicking himself for losing that lead. And it is all bunching up and getting very, very interesting here. Tommy just dropping back a little bit for these guys in 6th place. Not in DRS range anymore. Also, do bear in mind, track limits is one to watch out for in this circuit. It is so easy to get or accumulate 3 track warnings in one. I'll tell you what, one to keep an eye out for, definitely Paul, because he is actually catching, if not holding the gap to Danny, and he's on those hard tyres, so if he can keep this up, he's going to be looking to make up a few positions come the end of the race. But we're going to jump back to the lead, because Cameron, although he's lost the lead, he has got DRS on Ginge, and he is going to make a move going into the hairpin. He's got the move made before the braking zone. Is Ginge going to make a move back? No, he is not. Why is he so? Would have been a bit of a lunge from that point, but the lead changes hand once again. No further moves back. Everyone getting pretty much DRS. We do have the Mercedes of Sheet having a little bit of an issue further back as well. Profs AI bringing up the field right at the back. What a great opening lap, opening few laps this has been. Once again, drama aplenty, racing aplenty, and don't know where to look. There's so much going on. Cameron Poulter sets fastest lap of the race. Not surprising with that DRS overtake. That's a good lap. And see whether he can pull away from Ginge, but no, it looks like Ginge has the measure of him right now, because he is all over the back of this Ferrari. He wants to take this lead back once again. And I think we're gonna see a move being made here down the main straight. Ginge just needs to stick on the back of him, which he's doing, but that's a lot of dirty air he's driving into. Closing in left. DRS detection point coming up now. He is well within that second. He's 2/10. Very, very close indeed. We also have another Mercedes once again gone, but here we go. Ginge all over the back of this Ferrari. They're weaving like a snake down the straight, trying to get out of each other's slipstream. Ginge is going to have this move made, I think, coming into the braking zone. It looks like Cameron's got quite a bit of straight line speed, though. It's going to be side by side. Ginge trying to hold it around the outside, which turns into the inside for the right hander. Gives Cameron a little bit of a squeeze, and he's got the position made. But Cameron's going to try and have a go back at him now, which is going to be the outside for this hairpin. Can he get the switchback on the McLaren? This is great racing from the pair of them. It looks like Ginge who's got the ascendancy, though. And away the McLaren goes, and Cameron's got to be careful he doesn't go into that dirty air. We have nice job, mate. He's had a little bit of a moment. He's dropped down to 7th place. That is gutting for him. He was running so strongly up ahead, following these guys, but that promotes Chuckle up to 3rd, Lee up to 4th. I'm sure they'll be very happy with that. And Cameron Poulter, he obviously has a very slippery car in a straight line, because he is in past Ginge, but Ginge has got the traction on the way out and a lot more grip than that Ferrari, and he's got the position straight back. Again, brilliant racing from these two. I hope this carries on all race long, but I don't think my nerves can take it. Wow. Now once again, let's see in through this first sector, who's going to blink first, who's going to make the first error, if any. Are they both going to be swapping positions lap after lap after lap? This could be very interesting indeed. Paul has caught up to DRS range of Danny up ahead, who's just got a 3-second penalty as we say that. Yeah, here we go. That Ferrari is very slippery in a straight line, and I think it's paying dividends for him. I'm going to get up the graphic. Yeah, 20% battery for the Ferrari. Once again, side by side. Ginge trying to hold it around the outside, but just can't quite make it stick this time around. And unfortunately has to concede the position as we see Paul get past the Alpine of Danny. And up into 8th place he goes. And not far behind his teammate now either. Back to the lead. we go, and this is great racing. This is what we love to see. We got once again a spinning Mercedes. It's Prodigy, I think, further back, not having the greatest of races. You see Cameron Poulter running the esports line off on the curb, going into turn one. Looks like he's gone very, very deep though. Ginger's going to try and get a run on the inside. That is very close. I don't think he's going to be able to find a way through just yet. Pushing the Ferrari through this first sector. Absolutely amazing. We do have a spinning Mercedes up ahead, but he shouldn't worry us too much because he is going to be ghosted, but it may bring a yellow flag if anyone wants to make a bit of a lunge. Can't. But there we go, back to green and we're all good. Once again, and Ginge coming down. Once again, going to have DRS. And I think this is going to be a swap for the lead once again. Cameron knows it. He's going to go defensive. They've both got about the same amount of battery, and we've got a great view here from the Ferrari looking back at that McLaren, who is struggling for straight line speed. He's going to make a move to the inside, is Ginge, and that's where he wants to be and try and run the Ferrari out of track, which he certainly does. That was nicely covered off. He has the right to do so. And once again, into the right-hander. And Ginge has the ascendancy, but the Ferrari is going to try and move back around the outside once again. And Ginge is having none of that. Going for the cutback. Can he hold around the outside of this flat-out right-hander? That'll be a very brave move if he can make it stick, but I don't think he's going to. Prodigy does retire in the pit, so it's not going to affect us on track. And Ginge has the lead. Oh, Cameron's had a little bit of a moment there, and he's lost him a couple of positions. Chuckle goes past. Lee Craig goes past. Looks like he lost the back end, turning into that left-hander, and that's dropped him just ahead of his teammate, Tommy. And I'm sure Ginge will be rubbing his hands with delight at the thought of that. Because he was unable to try and pull away from Cameron, but Lee's now got his mirrors full of Ferrari. Well, not anymore, because the Ferrari's side by side with him through the first sector. That is great racing. Lee's had to cut the corner a little bit. No room given there by either. They're fighting it tooth and nail, and fair's fair, or all's fair in love and war, as they say. And looks like Lee has held on to that, but I think he's going to drop out of DRS range because of it. Chuckle, crucially, still in DRS range of his teammate Ginge, and he ultimately wants to be finishing ahead of his teammate. So there's going to be no team orders here at McLaren. They are free to race, I'm sure they are. Is Chuckle going to make a move, or is he going to stick in the DRS? He's going to stick in the DRS. We'll look further back. Cameron Poulter's going to send one up the inside of Lee, who gives more than enough room. And fair enough, he manages to keep the position. It was a bit of a late and ambitious lunge by Cameron Poulter. Nearly made it stick, but glad he had a very compliant Lee, who did manage to carry on and hold the position. But all the meanwhile, this squabbling is going to cost them time to the leaders. The two McLarens once again running away with this race. See a DRS open on the second McLaren of Chuckle. Just having a look, letting his teammate know he is still there. And this is going to be a very good battle indeed. I can feel this coming. There's been some epic racing for the lead so far. We've also got Nice Job. Don't count him out in 6th place. He was running very strongly up there earlier. And he'll be looking to make amends for his little error. But he's still in touching distance of them all, and very much a train going through here. And who have we got spinning out? That will be Danny, who's gone down and now dropping behind his teammate. For good measure. And we've also got Cameron Poulter, who's spun round. Looks like he's perhaps overheated his rear tyres and it's got the better of him, or a very oversteery car, because he has lost the back end. And down to 9th place the Ferrari goes. I'm sure he'll be kicking himself. Two McLarens very close. Once again, Nice Job also very close to the back of Tommy in the other Ferrari. Who else have we got very close? Paul is trying to catch these guys. David Benson has retired, and it has caused a safety car, and that benefits everyone running on a medium tyre and everyone running on the hards. That has completely wrecked their race. That is unfortunate for them. So full safety car as well. We do have the yellow dot coming out the pits, so we know it's going to be the full safety car, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see everyone pitting. But Chuckle and Ginger teammates, so Chuckle has to back off a bit. He's not allowed to back off too much, but I think he's done it to a sensible amount. Oh, they're all cute, stacking up in the pit lane. What is going on here? Paul is obviously going to carry on and take the lead, but I think it's going to be a futile attempt because this is well and truly screwed his race over. Chuckle may lose out here. We'll have to see. No, I think he's managed to hold it position thanks to backing off. A little bit cheeky, but I think he was okay with what he did. And away we go. Pretty much the whole field coming into pit for fresh tyres. Only AJ Baker and Paul Jones staying out on the hards, and I mean it's kind of really screwed their strategies somewhat this, and I feel a bit gutted for them. But we'll see what they can manage. You never know. A late safety car later on could well bring them back into the game potentially, as we see a lot of going slowly here. I'm not sure what's going on. Perhaps it's the ghosted car or prof that they're coming up to is causing a few issues. Or the delta, maybe time delta. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But away we go, and that is key, because if you look between Ginger and Paul, we do have the ghosted car or prof, which is going to hinder the restart of the two McLarens further back. Wait for everyone to catch up. I think it's just going to be a Sheet that we're waiting a long time to catch up for, because he is a long way around the circuit. Hopefully he can catch up and make a bit of a move towards the front of the pack. Ginger's trying to make a move past the ghosted car of Prof. See whether the game lets him. And Prof obviously, being an AI car that he is a lap down, he obviously got disconnected. It's gutting for him to see, because he qualified well, and he's running very high up in the championship, so I'm sure he's going to be gutted with that. I'll just take a 5-minute breather, everything calming down somewhat. As we say, just waiting for the Mercedes to catch back up. We're not going to go racing just yet. Hopefully we will go back racing once again. Let's have a run down the order. We've got AJ Baker currently leading this race, but having yet to make a pit stop. 10-lap old hards. Paul Jones following him, also on 10-lap old hards. I fear they may get swallowed up fairly quickly. Ginge in third position, brand new hards. He is effective race leader at this point when AJ and Paul make their pit stops. Chuckle in fourth position, but again effective P2, and he's going to be looking, he wants to make a move on his teammate. Ginge leading the championship. Chuckle really needs to gain a few points on him. Lee Craig in a very strong fifth position, which will be a podium as things stand when Paul and AJ pit. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. Nice job, mate. Looking to make amends from his earlier mistake. He has recovered nicely, and he was always running right up there with them. So he'll be one to watch as well. Tommy also having a very strong race in what I believe is his debut race with RTG. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that one indeed. John Hans also having a pretty solid race up in 8th place. He's not had the most luck recently, John, but looking pretty strong here. Cameron Poulter, he'll be one to watch as well. And interestingly gone on the mediums. So I need to check what Cameron started on. What did Cameron start on? He started on mediums, so he's got medium. I'm not sure whether that was a mistake, choosing the wrong tyre, or what's gone on there, because it makes no sense. He should have gone on the hards, I would have thought, but yeah, so he's going to be very, very quick, looking to make up a few positions, so he will definitely be one to watch. Two Alpines bringing up 10th and 11th, GFO 12th, Tiedemann 13th, Royal Rumble 14th, Sheaton 15th, and the AI car of Prof has been lapped. And hopefully we will get back going this lap. We're just waiting for the Mercedes to catch up, who is taking an awful long time. Can he get going? Are we gonna see a bit of green flag running at the end of this lap? I certainly hope so. It's gonna be a late call if we do. He's going to catch the back of the pack up now, but I think the safety car is going for another lap. It certainly is. Oh, AJ's in. Paul's in. Oh, that's an interesting decision. That is an interesting decision. They feel like they can go to the end on mediums from here. They must be trying mediums to the end to try and salvage their race. That is exactly what they're trying to do. Both of them go on to the mediums. Will drop to the back of the pack. Can they make the mediums last to the end? They're going to be very quick and make a lot on the ground up. I mean, I think the mediums lasted about 10 laps before. Nobody seemed to be going off as far as we could tell. 12, I think we've got another, well, it'll be lap 13 that we get running back on again. So it's going to be another 15 laps to go. Hopefully they might last. They might be a bit dead by the end of it, but perhaps it is their only roll of the dice. And with the safety car going that extra lap, it was probably worth a call, I gotta say. See, Prof's AI car is getting overtaken by a few people, and this could hand various advantages, disadvantages to people, because at the moment he's in between the two McLarens, Chuckle trying to get past it, and this is where it's going to hand a fair or unfair, well, very unfair advantage, depending who gets past it and who doesn't. And this is, well, I mean, it's not professional because we've got disconnected with internet, but this is a prime example of why, if you do quit, don't quit on track, because your AI car will cause a hindrance and cause an issue. And yeah, safety car in this lap, Chuckle not able to make a move. He's still trying, but it's going to give Ginge the jump on him. Chuckle still trying to make a move past. As he made that move past? Not quite. He keeps trying to do it. I can't say I blame him. I'd be doing exactly the same thing. Just need to get that car out of the way, really. As we see Ginge slowing the pack up, warming his tyres up. When's he going to go? Let's keep an eye on him. Coming through, 2 more corners to go. Safety car still not in the pits yet. It pulls in the pits now, and that is going to release Ginge to go whenever he wants. Into the last corner, he's going to go through the last corner, and away we go. We are green flag running once again. Ginge takes the lead, but look at that, he's got a 1.2 second gap on Chuckle, who does manage to make a move past the ghost car of Prof. We also have Sheet, who's managed to spin right away after catching Cameron Poulter's also made a move on John Hans. John goes back up the inside of the Ferrari, but he's going to back out of it going down. Cameron Poulter has way more grip than he does. Nice job, mate, all over the back of Lee Craig, and Lee Craig looking in his mirrors, no doubt feeling the pressure. And as a result, nearly dropping out of DRS range. The Chuckle's done a very good job to get within 0.8 of a Ginge here in that first sector, and that's key because he wants to stay in DRS range. Let's keep an eye on. Nice job, mate, though, because he's looking very close to the back of the Red Bull. AlphaTauri against Red Bull. Let's see what their straight line speed's like, shall we? Tiedeman's dropping down a little bit. Looks like he's made a bit of an error. Possibly coming out the hairpin because there's a bit of a gap forming there. Down the straight we go. Nice job using all of his battery, but I don't think it's close enough. Tommy and Cameron going side by side, and Cameron's got the ascendancy. Any Ferrari team orders going on? It looked like a straightforward move, but I think with that slippery car that he's got, it wasn't too much trouble getting a move made. Chuckle, though, he's comfortably in DRS range now. AJ Baker making a move on Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble looking to make a move back up the inside. That's going to be a brave one if he can make that stick. AJ Baker gives him plenty of room, but has the better, grippier, wider line. Royal Rumble looking to take advantage of this, and you've also got Paul Jones Jr. sniffing at their backsides as they go on to lap 14. This is incredibly close. Chuckle is all over the back of Ginge. Loses a bit under the traction. Coming out of it, AJ Baker gets past Bugatti Sloven. And also this is Lee Craig has actually managed to get back in DRS range, which is key for his race. Cameron Poulter, the man on the move though at the moment. He's got the quicker tyres. He's got the slippery car, less downforce. And he is the man making the moves currently. Where's Sloven very close. We've also got Paul coming up the inside of the Alpine. He brakes very late indeed, nearly runs into the back of the Alfa Romeo, but he gets away with it. That is a very nice move indeed. And up to 12th place goes the AlphaTauri. That was a very key move for him on those quicker mediums. He wanted to make that move. Nice job on Cameron Poulter going side by side, and it looks like Nice Job is doing a nice job defending. Cameron Poulter, is he going to send it up the inside? Oh, he's going to have to back it out. Nice Job gives him plenty of room. That's very obliging from the AlphaTauri. He could have turned in and had Cameron's wing there, but he decides not to. We've also got Royal Rumble and Paul Jones Jr. going side by side. Paul Jones couldn't quite make the move, but had a very good go at it indeed. Lee Craig just dropped out of DRS range as well. Unfortunately, Chuckle well within DRS range, and DRS is going to be enabled. Speak of the devil, and away we go. Once again, Cameron Poulter again close to the AlphaTauri. Is he going to send it last minute up the inside? He certainly is. He's going to go for the move. Nice Job is going to go for the switchback. Can he get on the power early enough? I don't think he can. Cameron gets on the power very nicely indeed, coming out of that corner. Unfortunately, Nice Job just struggling on the power as much as the Ferrari is. Let's jump back up to the front. Cameron doing a very good job indeed, but remember he will have to pit again because he's gone medium. He needs a different set of compound tyres for the end of the race, but if he can get track position and then there's a late safety car, could pay in his favour, you know. Chuckle is going to get DRS on his teammate Ginge. Is he going to make a move for the lead of this Grand Prix? Let's have a watch and find out. He's going to be using battery. I think he's going to go for it. There's no team orders down here at McLaren. Up the inside, Chuckle goes. Ginge doesn't defend it. He's not got enough straight line speed, and into the lead Chuckle goes with a purple sector. No surprise with that DRS wide open, and a change for the lead once again. We have Cameron didn't make a move past Nice Job as well. And who's that? That's Chuckle. Chuckle, after taking the lead of the race and taking the lead over his teammate, which is exactly wanted in the championship, he has dropped it on the exit of the hairpin and dropped down to 7th place. And I'm sure he's going to be absolutely fuming. See AJ and Danny going side by side into the last corner. Whoa! We have Danny round and into the wall. I think he's still going. He's got away with that one. He has just about got away with that. I thought that was going to be a DNF. He's going to try and get away with a bit of reversing on track. Disqualified from session wrong way, and I'm not surprised. It was cheeky, but it was worth a go, I guess. Let's jump back with Cameron Poulter. He's made a move on Nice Job. We did miss that, and he is all over the back of Lee Craig now. And this is an open goal for Ginge. He's out of DRS range. His teammate, his championship rival, is further down in 7th. Cameron Poulter is attacking and all over the back of the Red Bull and has to pit again even when he gets up ahead. So I don't think Ginge will need to fight him too much. We've got a yellow flag. That is Sheets, who has retired from this race. Cameron, here we go, DRS wide open. I think Lee's going to be a sitting duck. There's no battery for the Ferrari, but I don't think he's going to need it. He is a rocket ship in a straight line, and up the inside does he go. We've also got Paul making a move on the on the Haas even, one of the two. The AlphaTauri making a move on the Haas. Off the circuit he goes. That's an interesting line from the AlphaTauri. But up to 9th place he goes, following AJ through on those medium tyres. Let's see where he can get to. We're all now in a DRS train. Up at the front once again. Ginge with an open goal to potentially win this race and take points in the championship once again. Can he do it? Just over 10 laps remaining. We've got 11 laps to go. Cameron, I think it's only going to be a matter of time before he gets past Ginge. He's got much lower downforce and much grippier tyres. Not much battery. Ginge has plenty of battery, but I don't think it's going to be undefendable, those wing levels and that tyre grip. But the thing is, he will have to pit again, so there's no point Ginge fighting this too hard. Cameron has to get ahead of him and pull a pit stops window ahead of him, and I don't think he's likely to do that unless there's any mistake. Cameron decides to send a dive at the inside the last minute. Ginge gives him enough room, but only just enough room, and it's fair enough from the McLaren. GRS wide open for the Ferrari. Is he going to make a move up the inside? We got a bit of battle going further back. Nice job, makes a move on Lee Craig. That is a very nice move indeed. Lee Craig is going to have a look at coming back up the inside. They're going to be side by side. There's a bit of contact. The Red Bull has spun. Oh no, Lee Craig has dropped down. That is unfortunate. It's bad contact modelled by the game, but we've also got Cameron Poulter jumped into the lead as well. He's got past Ginge with that extra tyre grip. No point Ginge fighting that too much, as I say, and Lee is down to 11th place, and I'm gutted for him. He's had such a strong race, and that contact should not send a car spinning, and Codemasters really needs to sort that out, because that is utterly shocking. You know, we're not asking for a realistic game, but the tiniest of taps on the side and you're sent spinning into oblivion, nothing you can do. It's really unfortunate. I tell you what, Ginger's hanging on to the back of Cameron here, and this could work out in his favour, because if he can hold on to DRS and let him tow him along, it'll be good. But nice job, mate, hanging back lovely in third place, which will be effective P2 when Cameron pits. Possibly he could be looking to make a move to win this race. I'm sure it's going to be on his mind. And Paul, his teammate, up to 8th place, following closely AJ as well in 7th. They're making a nice recovery with those mediums. Got to make them last to the end, so you can't go too hard on them. They are following Chuckle, who's trying to recover back up. He's in 6th place. He has DRS on John up ahead, who also has DRS on Tommy and wants to make a move. Paul and AJ are swapping positions. Paul's gone up the inside of AJ and into 7th he goes. Lee and Royal Rumble side by side. Royal Rumble's going to try and make a move back at the inside. Lee is going to hang it around the outside. Royal Rumble is going to squeeze him off though. That is unfortunate for Lee. He's going to be patient. He's going to go at the inside, and that's a good move there, but Royal Rumble's going to get the better exit with the better line coming out of there, and this is great racing. Lee once again back up the inside. They're side by side into the second to last corner. Round the outside the Red Bull goes, keeps him in track limits, and I think he's got the move. That is beautiful racing, that is. A great move there by Lee. And he has DRS as well, which I'm sure he's going to be very happy with. We've got a nice bit of a train here. Tommy has a bit of a gap and a bit of a train behind him. He's holding them all off very well indeed. Nice job, and Ginge fighting and tagging along to the DRS of Cameron. Sure, they're going to be looking to the end of this race. Not long left to go now. See everyone following in through this first sector. No passing opportunities here. John just got out of DRS range. Can he get back in it? I think he can. Just about the right moment. That was well won by him. Ginge also got DRS. I don't think he's going to be close enough to make any sort of moves though. Neither's nice job. Look further back. See what is going on further back. The Williams, John Hands goes up the inside of Tommy. I think he's made a move, and we've also got Paul who's made a move on Chuckle behind as well. So using the extra grip of those mediums to get past, but John Hands with a great fight up to 4th place, but he does have a 3-second time penalty. Do bear that in mind. This is some great racing produced in tonight's race. This is This is lovely to watch, and I'm very much enjoying this stream. I hope you guys are too. See, once again, Cameron does look like he has. Cameron does look like he's pulled out at a DRS range, possibly a Ginge. He's struggling to keep in it now. Paul all over the back of the other Ferrari of Tommy as well. This could leave Ginge vulnerable if he doesn't keep onto the DRS. Now, he has been using a lot of battery, and I'll tell you what, Nice Job has been saving a lot of it, so this could leave Ginge very vulnerable. He's using it, but he's out of DRS range. It's too little too late. He's not got DRS range, and Nice Job is going to be rubbing his hands with this. He's got loads of battery saved. Once again, down the main straight he goes. I don't think he's saving it, and I can't say I blame him. But let's jump back with this lot. We got Paul making a move on Tommy. He's also going to be making a move on John, coming into the hairpin. He's taking the outside line, swoops around the outside on the curb a little bit, hard to get on the traction. They're going to be side by side, but Paul has the inside. The Williams is forced to concede. The Ferrari of Tommy is still there. He's going to have a look at the inside, but I don't think there's going to be a move made there. But he's going to go the inside of the hairpin. There's a little bit of contact possibly, but they've got away with it. It's all good. And they're still side by side. We've also got Cameron Poulter who spun around. We've got AJ Baker going up the inside of the Williams of John, and that is great racing from all of these guys. We've also got what's happened. Tommy is sat behind AJ and John going side by side into the last corner. Oh, what brilliant racing this is. Nice Job has made a move past Ginge as well. I don't know where to look. Everything is kicking off on this lap. Chuckle is past Tiesman. Cameron Poulter has retired. He's pulled into the pits and retired. That's a shame. But can't say I blame him. He's not going to get anywhere at this point. And Nice Job has taken the lead of this Grand Prix. What racing. What brilliant racing. Paul is now up into third place. Chuckle gets himself a 3-second time penalty, and that will cost him. It will definitely cost him. Let's see, Ginge is going. Can Nice Job pull away out of DRS range? I'm not sure. He has a lot of battery. Oh, we've also got the other McLaren and Chuckle going for a 360, and if his race wasn't over, it certainly is now. That's getting. We've also got Ginge and Nice Job going side by side. Ginge is going to retake the lead of this Grand Prix once again. I don't know where to look. This is incredible. Absolutely edge of your seat stuff. Paul has pulled away as well at DRS range of AJ Baker, so that's quite key. Tommy in DRS range of John, but doesn't really need the position because John has the 3-second time penalty. Let's go back with the leaders once again. Right, I tell you what, put your bets in the chat who's going to win, because I've no idea. I would not put money on this. I think Nice Job here is going to try and make a move into turn 1. He's looking like he's close. Ginge is going to defend and come back across onto the racing line once again. Nice Job thinking better of it, and again having an awful lot more battery than the McLaren, and that perhaps gives him a little bit of the upper hand. AJ Baker has actually worked back into DRS on Paul. So not sure what's going on, but I tell you what, for McLarens being two of them on the podium, there's now 2 AlphaTauris on the podium, and they'll be looking to make a big step forward in the Constructors' Championship. And if Nice Job can get ahead of Ginge, that'll be even more points again. But here we go. Once again, Nice Job will have the DRS on the McLaren. He's going to go down the inside, and I think it's a no-brainer. Ginge doesn't even try to defend it. He's got the move made and can even take the racing line into the hairpin. And through he goes. Paul is gradually catching these guys, but do remember he's got to make those tyres last to the end, and that is a fair stretch for those mediums. Does have a rear gunner in AJ on the mediums as well. And And through these two go once again. Can't separate them at the moment. And this has been some great racing. Also, as we get towards the closing stages of this Grand Prix, do get your voting for driver of the day. Who are you going to pick? You got Nice Job. He's had a brilliant go on his debut in Mondays. He has raced with us last night and Sundays, but it's his debut on Mondays and looking pretty strong to potentially win it. Certainly come at least second. Gin's has pretty much been there fighting for the lead the whole race long. Paul Jones, though, from the back of the field, I'm sure he'll be definitely up there with contender driver of the day. Got McLaren of Chuckle has gone for another little spin. 13 places gained by the AlphaTauri. And you see once again, Gin in DRS, he's going to be using his battery. Nice Job isn't going to try and defend it, and yeah, away he goes. And that's a pretty easy move. Once again, DRS very, very powerful down that straight. It is a pretty long straight, to be fair. And once again, the lead changes hand. I guess we'll have to count, because it will change each lap. We'll have to count how many laps left as to who will be in front at the last moment. But, like I said, I think that extra battery life on Nice Job could give him the advantage come the end. Come that final battle. If he's ahead, he's got something to defend with. If he's behind, he's got way more to attack with. And yeah, we'll have to see how that one plays out. Paul still gaining down there. We've got AJ all over the back of Paul as well. Paul looks like he's got very good straight line speed, to be fair, because AJ all over him in the corners, but then just cannot get near him in the straight line. Tommy also being towed along in DRS with John. He's had a very solid race, and to finish P5, I'm sure he's going to be very happy with that indeed. No mistakes in the Williams, but good points on the board for them. GFO gets past his teammate Roy Webble a little bit further back, but we're going to keep an eye on the lead here. Once again, down the start-finish straight, not the one, the main straight, one of the two. We go. Nice Job, not really using his battery. He's just got DRS open though. And is he going to make a move? No, he's going to decide not to. We've also got Paul and AJ once again fighting out, but no moves to be made just yet. As things get towards the closing stages of this race, things are going to be very, very interesting. I have no idea where this is going to go or how this is going to end. But I tell you one thing, I am very excited for it, because it is going to be a fabulous battle right to the last corner, I'm sure. It has been a race-long fight for the lead. So many people getting involved, so many potential candidates to the win. Ginger's been there throughout. Nice Job has had a great race as well. Just dropped back a bit with an early mistake, but always held on, always stuck with it, and fought his way through nicely. Paul's had a brilliant race from the back of the field and holding on to a podium nicely. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that indeed. Chuckle right down. I'm sure he's going to be losing big points in this championship. I'm sure he's going to be gutted with that. Yeah, Nice Job losing a bit of battery to get a bit closer to the McLaren coming into the hairpin. So I have a feeling he's going to try and make a move coming out of the hairpin. He's going to use a bit of battery. DRS, I don't think he's going to need to use that much battery because he's very close to that McLaren. And away and past he goes once again into the lead. Another change for the lead. I'm going to have to go back and count how many lead changes we've had this race, because it has been utterly ridiculous. Brilliant to see. Absolutely love it. AJ struggling a bit, keeping up with Paul Jones there. He's dropped outside of a second. Now there he has come back into it now. So again, I think a little bit more downforce on that Haas. Just giving them a bit of an advantage in the corner. Nice job. Now 8/10 away. He's using battery. He's pushing. Nice job is looking to make a break out of DRS range. And I'll tell you what, he's close. 9/10 of a second. Nice job has that battery. And this is where I said it could pay. Look at that. He's over a second. Ginge is going to have to work very hard in this first sector to try and get back within DRS range. Nice job using all the track and more. He's got a 1.2 second gap. Ginge needs 3/10 now to get back in DRS. I don't think he's going to do it. Nice job. He comes down and there is the DRS detection point. Just there. That's the line. And Ginge is out of it. And that could have sealed the fate of this race. That he's waited patiently and patiently. And he's made the decisive killer blow. 3 laps from the end. And that was a very, very smart driving indeed. Very smart thinking there for nice job, mate. And he has a 2.5 gap now to the McLaren. Although Ginge gains a little bit back through that sector now. So see Chuckle, not sure what Chuckle is trying to do. He's trying to do a 360, I think. Can he go in a straight line? Not really. But let's go back with these guys once again. Yeah, Nice Job has got a bit of a gap, so that's sort of taken away from a dramatic ending, but fair play to the AlphaTauri. That's extremely intelligent racing. And I'll take my hat off to him on that one. Prof, I'm doing really well at the back considering I'm sitting on my sofa. Absolutely, Prof. I apologise. I haven't given you much screen time. Oh, there's Chuckle doing Chuckle things as he goes round. I'm not sure what he's doing. But yes, Prof, look how amazing you're driving. That's yeah, truly incredible. I have to say, I think you could probably do a bit better. But there we go. Another yellow flag. That is Chuckle once again, who I think is just doing donuts for fun. I think he probably is. Oh dear. Why not? Why not? Let's jump back with the lead, the penultimate lap of the race. There we go. There you are, Prof. You've just been lapped again for about the, I don't know, 3rd, 4th time maybe, who knows. You're 3 minutes 50 behind, so I think you've been lapped about 3 times, to be fair. It has to be said, it isn't your best effort. But there we go. AJ still clinging on to the DRS and Paul. They've worked their way through nicely and they've made those mediums last well. And to be honest, Paul's actually very gradually catching Ginge. Gap was 3.4, it's now 3.1, 3.2 give or take. So still lasting well, but nice job in his teammate in the AlphaTauri is coming on to the final lap. It's going to be a lap of honour. He has pulled out a mega gap now, 2.8 seconds. I think Ginger's given up the ghost and just trying to come home. Driver of the day, you reckon, Prof? Yeah, not sure I could agree with you on that one. Helmet of the day. I'll definitely give you helmet of the day. But we already discussed that, and we won't go on to that further because that was not a good topic of conversation. Lee Craig gets himself a time penalty. I'm sure he's not going to be happy. We're going to get the penalties up just for the last lap, so everyone can see where we are. Chuckle does retire in the pits on that last lap. So yeah, we're going to pretty much lose that. I don't think it's going to matter actually. Looking at Lee, where Lee is on the map. Chuckle's left hand is migrate the host. Hopefully that doesn't glitch anything out for the last few corners of this race. Prof will take helmet of the day. But anyway, moving on. Sector 2 yellow flag is Haas. I'm not sure if that's Tiedemann. I think it is Tiedemann. But hats off to this guy, or helmets off. Nice job. He is going to take his maiden win with RTG. What a fantastic race. He's going to be a 4.5 second lead by the time he crosses that finish line. Cracking job. Nice job. Wins the 4th round of the season. Ginge will come home to cement his championship lead in 2nd. Paul Jones, nearly for the back of the grid, will come 3rd. Tommy in 4th. AJ Baker will come 5th with that penalty. John Hans 6th. Lee Craig in 7th. GFO will come home across the line in 8th place. Bugatti following close behind in 9th. And I think Tiedemann will take the last point. Fair play to these boys at the back for still coming on. Nicely held there from Tiedemann. Great slide. Royal Rumble just missing out in 11th place. But what a race we've had this evening. Wow. Where do you start with that one? Full of ups and downs, full of drama. Every week in, week out with this tier, it's just insane. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it once again. I will have create highlights of the commentary stream, but please feel free to check it out as well. And there we have it. Nice job, mate. Over the moon. Look at that. An AlphaTauri double podium. That is really good points for them. Ginge, though, I'm sure will be happy with 2nd. That is just furthering his championship lead over Chuckle, Lee and Chuck as well, who all either DNF'd or didn't score points pretty much. Lee a little bit further down did score points, but will lose out. I'm sure Paul, also in 3rd place, can be very happy with that. What a race it's been. What a race. Chuckle gets fast as that, but won't get the point due to not finishing or being out of the points as well. But there you have it. Nice job, mate. His debut RTG win. Lovely to see, and congratulations to him. Played it very smart with battery saving and just tagging along in DRS. Made his move when it counted, and away he went. Ginge will come home 2nd, and Paul Jones rounding out your podium. A great 4th place for Tommy, also I believe on his debut as well. And AJ Baker ran out the top 5. Well, thank you very much for watching, everyone. So glad to have you tuning in, and I will see you all next week. But until then, good night.